Okay, hello everyone. It's Thursday, January 25th, and I wanted to make a quick video to go over a few writing concepts and to get us all set up for the weekend and into our Monday session when I see you. So I guess the first thing to say is that you want over in all of your assignments and in most writing situations, you want to have good dynamics in your writing. So let's just think about what that means in terms of rules and punctuation and sentence structure. Okay, so first off, no matter what the assignment, always make sure every sentence is a complete sentence. Understand the difference between the basic sentence types. So you understand the difference between a compound or a simple sentence, right, or a complex sentence. And then you want to be sure that you have dynamics between them, diversity. So if and this idea of dynamics, it goes to all units of language and aspects of writing. This idea of repetition. If you repeat a structure too much, it will detract from your effectiveness or proficiency. So if you use a series, say you write in a series of only compound sentences, well that creates it will lull people to sleep because it's the repetition of a pattern, right? So you want a good diversity of sentence structure overall, and you want to make sure always that you don't have fragments, right? Every sentence is a complete sentence, and then on the other side you don't have run-on sentences either, right? And so yeah. If even for an assignment like this where I'm asking you to describe a dream or a memory, right? Be sure that you have sound sentence structure and diverse dynamics in there. And then I guess the second thing would be to understand the difference between coordination and subordination, right? So these terms where you use coordinators, these are use these to combine sentences or combine independent clauses, right, in compound sentences. So these are and, but, or, yet, so. Those those um, those coordinators, right? They help you create a sense of equality on both sides of the sentence, and you combine with the comma, right? Whereas subordinators, those are words such as if or until, while, after. Those help you establish well, it changes. The first thing I notice is that it changes the rhythm of your writing. So you can, if you start the sentence with a subordinator, then it creates a sense of expectation for the main part of your sentence, the independent clause. And I'll show you examples of these in class, and I have them in our resources tab too. So just be aware of those, and you probably are, or maybe you went over them a while ago and you kind of forgot their names and stuff. So those are, no matter what the assignment, always have good diversity of sentence structure and understand the difference between coordination and subordination. And if you do that, you will just doing that avoids so many errors that we might not even be aware of in our writing overall. Okay. Um, yeah. Back to the idea of repetition. We never want to repeat a certain, right, even a certain word too many times, or a phrase too many times, or a sentence type too many times, because it always has this effect of detracting from depth of meaning, or becoming boring in some way, right? And I'll talk more about this in class as well, right? But you don't want to, any repetition of any kind, you want it to be intentional on purpose, because you're then, if in that case, then you're doing it for a certain effect, which is good, right? So I guess we could say that what we want to do is gradually shift that which we're unaware of, or that which is unintentional in our writing, into that which is intentional on purpose. So what you do it on purpose, right? In your essays, it's not that they're just organized randomly because that's just what you came up with. It's because you want it to be that way, right? And that idea, that mindset is something that we just gradually work to achieve throughout as we grow as writers in this class and beyond. Yes. Okay. The assignment, the descriptive writing assignment, be sure to let those authors influence you if you find strengths in their writing, right? So if you find you like the style of, say, Calvino or Proust, or you like the power in Svetaba's poem there, you can investigate what is it about their style that is lending them effectiveness or power right in that moment there, right? And you can let those influence you. It's always good to let writers influence you. And you never when you're reaching out for influence, you don't just reach to one person, right? You look everywhere, and then you can try different techniques you see another author use, and gradually they become a part of you, right? If you let everyone influence you, you're not stealing from anyone. You're learning and absorbing, so that you just come back to yourself and you're back to your original, unique self, which is great, right? So yeah, keep that in mind. And there's something to be said on both sides of this descriptive puzzle, where on one side you really need a lot of diverse descriptive detail, a lot of little different details that engage different senses. So if you look at a writer such as like the invisible cities in Calvino, the way he describes those cities like Zemrud and all the different objects that are there and the spatial layout and colors of things, or Proust, we have multiple senses. We can hear what he heard as he's writing that, see, and sometimes you can smell, or there's tactile textures in the writing itself that really pulls us in, and the diversity of that specificity brings it to life and transfers the uniqueness of that writer's imagination or experience, right, to us as the readers. So a lot of diverse details do this, right? Now, but on the other side, there's this idea of implication, the power of implication, where a word or a series of words or phrases carries with it a richness of meaning that goes beyond the words themselves. There's a suggestion of consequence or of greater importance in there, right? And you see this a lot of time in poetry. Like if you take there's a stanza by Frost who says, what was it? The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, and I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. There's a lot of power, and it comes from the implication, in addition to the metrics of the poem itself. But there's a lot of there's richness there, there's density, and there's a lot of implied meaning that's really inspiring, right? There's a repetition of one line twice, but it doesn't mean the same thing, right? If it's on purpose, there's why say it twice? Well, one seems to be in the physical realm, like I have miles to go before I sleep, and then the other one, miles to go before I sleep. Perhaps it's like, the end of a life or something like that, right? So when you have implication and suggestion of meaning, you have all of a sudden it goes beyond. It's a elusive aspect of writing. It's beautiful, right? The creation where there's feelings surrounding the words, not just in the words themselves. The way that we would know in a denotative sense, in an official sense, right? There's a lot of uniqueness in the presentation. So yeah, think about that. The power of implication on one side, and we'll talk more about these ideas. and then versus diverse, very just meticulous, insistent, diverse little details that engage different types of senses. Right. All that matters. So yeah, a couple of things to think about there with this first like description assignment. And we're going to move into other modes, right? We're going to go into definition. I'm going to ask you to read some stuff about that, and we're going to go into we're going to cover a lot of modes in this class. So yeah, these are just some thoughts. This is getting, I'm going to shut it down because it's 10 minutes. I don't like to make really long videos. Anyway, more to come. I will talk to you soon. Have a great night, everyone. Hopefully, maybe I'll make another one of these in the morning to expand upon some of this stuff and get us all set up for next week. Oh, be sure you're working on that assignment, the descriptive writing of the dream, and that you get it uploaded by Sunday night. Okay? All right. Have a wonderful night, everyone.